my name is SIVA, and here I want to explain my presentation about causes of classroom conflict, part 1. Okay, the table of contents is introduction, types of conflict, causes of classroom conflict, positive and negative impact of classroom conflict, and the conclusion. Okay, the introduction is conflicts are now a natural aspect of human organization. In an organization, it is an unavoidable conflict. Conflicts and relationships are inescapable aspects of existence. They are a collection of ever-changing events that are essential to human society. Every organization, they will inevitably have disagreements or discover competing interests among themselves, regardless of how peaceful and tranquil they may seem. Teachers, students, principals, and other staff members all occasionally have conflict and competing interests. Therefore, the school as an educational institution is not exempt. Next, the types of conflict is intrapersonal conflict. Humans are complex beings. Each of us carries unique potential, morals, ideas, beliefs. Intrapersonal conflict has to do with when a person is in conflict with himself. And the second is interpersonal conflicts. Is on the other hand, interpersonal conflict is a condition of contention between two individuals in the schools. It can be between a principal and a teacher, or a teacher and his students. This difference can be about philosophy, work ethic, rule adherence, vision or management style. Interpersonal conflict adversely affects productivity and morale. The conflict is just a normal part of life. It shows up in friendships, family, and even at work. It's bound to happen sometimes, but if you can figure out what's causing the conflict and what kind it is, it becomes much easier to deal with. Conflict can also be personal, meaning it can happen within yourself, intrapersonal, or between people, interpersonal. Next, the causes of classroom conflict. Conflict are a normal part of any relationship, and that includes the one between teachers and students. It's not unusual for teachers to face moments where, even with the best intentions, their message don't change a student's bad behavior. When that happens, conflict show up in the classroom. A lot of teachers think that having conflict means they are not doing a good job. They often blame themselves, thinking that if they were a good teacher and had good students, there wouldn't be any conflict at all. And combination of external and internal factors in the classroom environment are indicated below. Poor communication between teachers, students, or students. Communication relies on clear and complete message being sent as well as being received. The second is provocation and contempt of the students toward the teacher, or the teacher towards the students to exercise their authority. And last, indiscipline among students in the classroom. Okay, the positive and negative impact of classroom conflict. The positive is conflict can lead to progress. It often shows how determined people or groups are to reach their goals. The second is conflict can be a learning experience. When people are in conflict, they share ideas, learn from each other, and can even correct any misunderstandings, or wrong ideas they had before. And the negative impact is conflict can cause both sides to see each other in a bad way. They start to think more negatively about one another, which can lead to things like lying, hiding the truth, stealing, or trying to ruin the other side. And the second, when conflict gets really intense, people stop thinking logically and start reacting emotionally. Conflict can actually lead to new ideas and creative ways to solve those problems. It can also help people improve their work, get better results, and pass organization to reach higher levels to success and quality. And next, the conclusion is conflict of various types have always been present in the classroom, and the causes that originate them are of great importance, as they allow a better conflict understanding and consequently a more correct intervention to its management. We should remember that having a good relationship and building attitudes like understanding, open talk, and patience are really important for dealing with conflict between teachers and students. And this the reference.
A few moments later.
Okay, part 2, I wanted to discuss the problem and provide arguments for the problem. Okay, number 1, the problem is Mr. Eliezer repeatedly had problems when leading a class discussion with his junior high school students. No matter how involved in the topic the students were, there were usually several students sitting in the back who would talk, shout out silly answers, and play with objects they had brought from home. And my answer is, if you want class discussion to run smoothly, it's not just about having an interesting topic. The class also needs to be well managed. Rules must be clear. Seating arrangements can be adjusted, and students who tend to be disruptive should be given roles so they stay engaged in a positive way. Okay, the second problem is Stefano was one of the most provocative and disruptive students Miss Gendra had ever taught. Throughout class, he continuously talked to girls and teased students sitting near him. He made inappropriate and sarcastic remarks in response to almost anything Miss Gendra said. When confronted by her, Savannah grinned charmingly and responded with exaggerated courtesy to the delight of the other students. And my answer is Stefano isn't actually unmanageable. He just enjoys the attention he gets from his classmates when he disrupts the class. The solution isn't just to scold him in front of everyone, but to have a serious one-on-one conversation with him. Give him responsibilities and help him understand that the classroom is not a stage for showing off. If all of this is done consistently, he can gradually change. Next, the problem is Miss Yeheskila was concerned about the frequent teasing that had begun in her class. It reached the point where there was constant bickering among the students. They became so angry, began yelling, shooting, and shoving one another during class. So my answer is, if the class is starting to have frequent teasing and arguments, it's a sign that the classroom environment needs to be improved. It's not enough to simply forbid it. Students also need to understand why mutual respect is important. The class must have clear rules, and students who often cause trouble should receive special guidance. If a positive classroom culture is built, the class can become a safe and calm space for everyone. Next, again, I think enough for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.